Hello, welcome to Woodland Permaculture. I'm Jenny Wood, and yes, it's been a little while since I've been able to put out a video, and that's just because I had a guest over for a couple of weeks, and now I'm getting back into my gardening. Today I am starting my fall planting. I'm so excited. This is the first time I've ever really planted any seeds or anything in the fall, and I'm really excited to see how they do this year. So right now, I got out my seed collection, which I think I've shown you before. I've got my extra little things to plant seeds in. These are all just things that I've bought things in, and now they're empty, and so I'm reusing them. And I've got a bunch of things to write on, little tags, again, that came with stuff that I bought, but I'm reusing them. I've got a big bucket of potting soil here. And I've already started doing some things, and when I'm done, I will show you the things that I have planted. But for now, I'm just going to get started on some carrots. I have some different kinds of carrots, and I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. But I have some, what is this, Danvers 126, and some tricolors. Oh, that sounds like fun, huh? Tricolor carrots. I think I'll try some of those for sure. So, take a look. These say to plant in 1/4 inch depth and to space the seeds about a 1/2 inch apart. They should germinate in about 10 to 20 days. And it says I can plant them between July and August for fall planting, but it's September. And because summers around here are so long and hot, I think that will be fine. Tricolor carrots. I just kind of sprinkle a couple, 2 or 3 in there, push them down with my finger and kind of cover them up a little bit. I tend to plant a couple more than they say, you know, just a couple in each spot because not all of them are going to even germinate. There we go. All right, I'm just going to put a little water on those things. And then put them outside for a while, and eventually when it starts to cool off, I'll put them in my greenhouse and then find a place for them in my garden. Oh yes, I also want to label them. I've got my little label here, tricolor carrots. So that I don't forget what I put in there. Here are some interesting seeds. Earlier this year, I ordered some seeds from a native seed grower, and they have some special instructions that I thought I would share with you. They say that these need a hot water treatment before I can sow them so that they will germinate better. So it says, heat small quantity of water to boil, turn that off, let it sit a few minutes, then pour over the seeds in a small cup and let sit for 24 hours before I put them in soil. So I've got 3 different kinds of lupine here, and so I'm putting them in 3 little bowls, just like this one, and I'm heating up some water. I'm not doing a whole bunch, yeah, not even that many. I'm just going to do like a dozen of each one to sow, and that way, you know, if they don't work, I can try again later. I don't want to try them all at once, and maybe I want to do these another time in a different way. This is really still experimental. So I've got a label for it. I'm going to put it in there. I'm waiting for the water to boil, and then I will pour it over that once it's cooled a little bit, and then they'll sit for 24 hours until tomorrow, and then I can put them in some soil. also got some seeds from a Permy friend of mine, Rachel, who's a couple of years ahead of me in terms of her understanding and knowledge of permaculture. And she is all about saving and sharing seeds. And so I'm excited that she gave me several different kinds of seeds. This one are nasturtiums, papaya and cream nasturtium. And she even gave me some instructions when she gave them to me. She is awesome. I just love her, and I'm so excited to be sharing seeds. And hopefully soon I will have some seeds to share with her as well. Some of the seeds that I have, I am not going to be first putting into little pots. Oops. I'm going to be direct sowing them into my yard. These are a lovely early blooming beekeeper's mix, it says, so just some lovely wildflowers. I also have a whole lot of clover and some other kinds of clovers in here that I'm going to just kind of put out there once I get my water drip system completed. You guys saw me do that, but there's a section that's not getting enough water, so you'll see my next video will be finishing that up and adding some more drip line from a different faucet so that we can make sure all of my space gets enough water. But these seeds will be directly sown into my yard, and some of them have some special instructions too about inoculating them with some fungi. So I don't have time to show you that right now, but maybe when I get to that. All right, I think that's all I'm going to be doing today, but I wanted to show you what else I have done. I also did snow peas, some broccoli, arugula. There's my carrots that I did, some chard, and then over here I've got some Jersey Wakefield cabbage, which is some that Rachel gave me, and some globe artichokes. Oh, I'm so excited about those. Those are going to be wonderful perennials that get really big and actually make artichokes. So I planted like 4 or 5 of those, and I hope some of them work. Then I did some transplanting. I have this plant up in my window, and it made some pups. So I put the pups into their own little pots, and I'm going to see if those grow. And this is another thing that Rachel gave me right here. This is a prickly pear. She started rooting it and said I could just put it in some dirt and get it going. She said I could put it right out in the garden, but I think I'm going to see if I can get it to grow in a pot a little bit first, because I'm always wary of putting things right out there. And then here are the Danvers carrots that I did, and the nasturtiums. And then if we come outside, you can see some of the other projects I've been working on. I am now the secretary for the local San Joaquin, California rare fruit growers, and we had an opportunity to get just a whole bunch of seedlings of coffee. So all of these seedlings out here are like 10 different varieties of coffee plants that Ramiro Lobo from the UC down in San Diego gave us so that we could, first we purchased a few for ourselves, but then he gave us a whole bunch that we could use as a fundraiser and we can sell them. So that's exciting. If you are in the San Joaquin County area of California, let me know if you want any seedlings, because we're going to be selling these probably for like $2 to $3 each. But I'm excited about that. I even have my own. I put my own over here. These are mine. And what I did with these is I put them in bigger pots. And this was Rachel's suggestion, and I always go by Rachel's suggestions. She said she's going to put them in bigger pots and winter them over in the greenhouse before she puts them out in the yard, just to make sure they're bigger and stronger and their roots are sturdier. So I thought that was a good idea. So I'm going to do that too. Otherwise, the garden is looking good, still growing. I never did get any tomatoes on my tomato plants, but I've reduced the water, which somebody in the garden club suggested, and I've trimmed them back. So we're going to see if they're still growing. They're still going, so maybe they'll still give me some tomatoes this year. We shall see. Everything else is humming along, and I just need to get some more things and plant some more things. Thanks so much for joining me today. You guys have a great day. God bless.